Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night. I am Ben Pick, and this is Running to Write, where I give questionable writing advice through running metaphors. Ooh, Richard, thank you. Yeah, Running to Write definitely makes your typical Monday nights better, I guess. It's something that I look forward to at the end of a rough Monday, which today was. So, yeah, cool. Thank you for joining in, and good luck outlining Legacy of Iron. So it's your fantasy steampunk. Cool. Hey, what's up, Richard? Happy Monday night. I am working on chapter 6 of my fourth novel. First three are all behind me in various places, but this is where things start getting. I mean, things were already interesting, but things the scene drastically shifts between chapters 5 and 6, and the adventure fully gets underway. So there was a couple of preparation things, but now the characters are finally on their journey. And I have a wonderful starting sentence. So I prepped this a little bit, and it's a great starting sentence. It is just the words breathe, which is good advice for anyone, regardless of scenario. So, yeah, I'm just going to follow my own advice and just breathe. We will see how far I can get into this chapter. So I'll remove that because that's really only half a sentence. So there are 113 words to start off. So I'm going to reread those first, and then I'm going to go in and start writing. And we will see how far I can get. The first sprint is going to be 30 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and chat up a little bit. Then we'll do a second sprint of 20, and that second sprint is 20. And we'll see how far we can all get and how much productivity we can get done tonight. So hopefully we are all set. And with that, yeah, I don't necessarily know about that one, Richard. Yeah. Yep. I am hyped too. So let's bring the Rufus up, and we will start this over. And I'm going to turn down the volume because I always make that mistake, because at the end, when the time runs out, it's very, very loud. So hopefully it won't be loud this time. And with that, I'm going to go on mute. You'll be able to see me typing, doing whatever. I'm not going to turn off my camera, but I'm going to go on mute. And like Richard said, yeah, see you in 30 minutes. Good luck being productive. And if you're watching this on replay, feel free to do whatever you want. I'm going to be writing. Richard's going to be plotting. You can go for a run. Be back in 30 minutes. That's exactly perfect timing. Aside from warming up and cooling down. But you can even take a nap like my dog, who is upstairs right now, probably asleep on that very couch, just passed out. So without any further ado, here we go. Exactly what the screen says. So thank you all for checking that out and for doing the productivity sprint. So let's see how much I have written. So we started off with 113 words, and we ended up with 606. So I wrote 490 words, which is pretty good. Yeah, I like it. It's definitely needs some work. I think it's a bit too harsh. I'm trying to get like a wow factor in, and all I have is oh no, oh no, oh no, everything is bad. But this is only draft 0, so I have room to improve on the next one. So it looks like, Richard, you have one POV done for the section, and your spreadsheet is filling up. Perfect. You're doing some great planning there. And yeah, cool. Good job. Exactly. Yes. Words are better than no words. I agree. And I have a comment to myself about what I need to work on next, which is much more helpful than not having that. Um, hmm. So yeah, that's all I got going on. Let's see here. I can stall for a little bit so we don't dive quite back into writing yet. Yeah, you do, Richard. I sent that chapter to you ages ago. That was the opening chapter to the 6th book, I think. I don't remember exactly what I sent you, but I'm pretty sure I sent you the first draft 0 of the first chapter to sort of see how things are going. So you're not bad, Richard. It's fine. Everybody's got their own stuff. This isn't a high priority, obviously, because I'm on chapter 6. So there's a long, long way to go before I have anything to any full version to work with. But yeah, I did kind of want to see how the novel is starting. If I got the tone right based on how things ended in book 3, and whether or not I delivered on any of those promises. Ooh, cool. Well, that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Sorry, I am exhausted. Yeah, so Rufus updates. He is going in for chemo round 3, but he woke up 4 times in the middle of the night last night to go pee. My wife handled it twice. I handled it twice. And so both of us are exhausted today. So I've just been nonstop yawning. So yeah, there is that. I am definitely sleep deprived thanks to my doggo. There we go. So we don't need to start this quite yet. And I want to turn down the volume, and we're going to move that. Sure. Yeah, he is. Right now, like I keep saying, he's doing fine. I just took him for a nice long hour-long walk, and he's Rufus. He's doing good still. So we're in denial, Adrienne and I, and we are just kind of seeing how things go. We're going to ask some of the hard questions on Wednesday, because initially they gave him 4 months to live. That's like a good benchmark. And well, we'll see, because we got that diagnosis in July. So basically around Thanksgiving is when he was initially scheduled to, predicted to succumb to cancer. And hopefully he'll somehow beat it or last a lot longer than that, because Rufus is definitely the highlight of my life. He is a wonderful dog. He keeps me regular. He we go for walks all the time, so he keeps me active. And yeah, he's just a bundle of joy to be around. I was with my family last night, and we all got together for a nice dinner, celebrate all of the summer birthdays. And so, he's getting very spoiled. I'm going to the beach next week, and so Adriana's parents are coming in to help Adriana take care of Rufus because, well, we'll probably see them all during Thanksgiving, but I don't know how many more times we'll be able to go up to visit Adriana's family with Rufus. So they are coming down to help take care of him. And yeah, they have a tendency to spoil him. I always make fun of my mother-in-law for the one time where, I mean, she makes food for Rufus all the time, but she actually cut off she toasted bread for him, and then she cut off the crust for Rufus. And my wife and I kind of make fun of her for doing that because, again, my dog eats trash, so he is not discerning when it comes to food. But she wanted to make it special for him, and I that's just such a wonderful um, way that she is treating our dog, because she knows how important Rufus is to Adriana. So she goes out of her way to make him to accommodate every single whim my dog could want. So yeah. But anyways, we are back to round number 2. And so let's get 20 minutes up there. And so I'm going on mute again. And Richard, good luck with your drafting. I will see you all in 20 minutes. So yeah, thank you, Richard. I do too. But, if not, he has led a wonderful, wonderful life, as he spends most of his day sleeping anyways. But yeah, going on mute. I'm going to write. So good luck with whatever you want to do to be productive. Cool. So, welcome back from the second of the third of the three writing sprints that we're going to do tonight. And let's see, we are joined by Dark Podcast. So, what's up? You're writing a short story and your debut novel right now. Perfect. Perfect. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us for the productivity sprints. And hopefully, you're able to get in some writing here, or if nothing else, just, hang out with a couple of other writers and shoot the shit. So, yeah, good luck with your short story. If you want, you can let us know when you're planning on publishing it or what it's about or anything like that. I am doing really good. I had a great run this morning. I forgot to post about that because my life doesn't happen unless I'm posting. Yeah, it was really good. I was up mostly before the sun came up. It was the walk I just did with Rufus was a little bit hotter, but the sun wasn't up, so there was a nice breeze, and it was just perfect, perfect weather. I had a wonderful weekend. Like I said, I had dinner with my family last night, so we had a nice little shindig to celebrate the summer birthdays, just get us all together in a bunch, and then do some nice ice cream cake. On Saturday, I had a couple of friends over, so it was a blast. We did some old school gaming. I'm in the basement right now. I had a lovely little LAN connectors with Cat5 cables from the downstairs TV to the upstairs TV, and we played some Halo games, and it was wonderful because yeah, the old Xbox 360 is still running, and yeah, it was a lot of fun to play video games with my college friends, even though the way that we play is really, really stupid. We played a couple of matches. We did Chiron Rockets, and Chiron is in the original Halo. It's just very, very narrow hallways with teleporters everywhere. And so you're basically just appearing and they're just firing a rocket, and half the time you end up, shooting yourself and getting a minus score for killing yourself. But it was a lot of fun. In fact, my buddy, anytime he heard me going through the warp, he would just basically fire at whatever warp he was looking at, just on the off chance that it would hit me. And so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I played a lot of AoE too. So Age of Empires 2, that's the second one. I really like that game a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's like kind of rock, paper, scissors, but just played over and over again. So Age of Empires 2 is a real-time strategy. Halo is one of the, I don't want to say original, but it's definitely one of the groundbreaking first-person shooters. And a lot of my college experience was spent playing Halo. I think the original came out on the original Xbox, and I think Halo 2 was also on Xbox. And my first year in college was when the Xbox 360 either came out or had recently come out, but they were out there. They were expensive, so not everybody had one, and so it was just kind of a fun thing to have. But yeah, I always have fun playing Halo. It reminds me of the good old days when I could just sit around playing video games with my friends, and we were in person. It was a lot of fun. So I recreated that every year or so, and then for a while, every year I would host Halo Day parties or game days or whatever, and we'd just play a lot of Halo. But since 2020, those days have been few and far between. And yeah, a bunch of people actually couldn't make it this past weekend because they got sick. So rather than get everyone else sick, they decided to stay at home. A couple of friends have moved away. It's also summer, so a couple of friends were doing traveling and stuff like that. So it was still good. We had a couple of people over here, and we did some old school fun. And Age of Empires is a strategy game similar to StarCraft or Warcraft or, I don't know, insert name here. But you have a lot of different civilizations that you can play as. I try to play as the Lithuanians because I'm really good with the cavalry civs. Just random rambling here. We can get back into writing. We don't need to indulge me and my gaming habits. But yeah, I moved on from the Franks because I like the Lithuanians. The Franks are basically like a one-trick pony, literally. Your primary goal with them is to go paladins, whereas with the Lithuanians, you have a little bit more variety in terms of things you can do. So you have some infantry, some monks, some siege stuff that you can go into. But yeah. Yeah, so Richard plays as the Britons. The Britons are an archer civ with some eco bonuses, and eventually you get to long range archers who outpace longbowmen who outdistance everyone. So you get enough of them together, they can destroy siege, they can destroy a lot of things, and cause a lot of harm. Actually, the Franks are depending on what part of the game you're playing at or what stage of the game you are, the Britons and the Franks are actually really good counters to each other. So if you can hit certain timings with the archers, you can take out the Franks. But if the Franks get their power and their horses and they can mass them, then they can overwhelm the bows. So just fun details about gaming. And with that, we're going to get back into writing. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say how much I had written during the last 20 minutes. So I forgot exactly where I stopped, but well, let's do totals. So I'm up to 902. So in theory, I wrote 300 words during that last session. Not half bad. And I will hope for another 300. But let's see here. So Dark Podcast, hopefully you are going to get in some more writing for your short story and your debut novel. But yeah, like I said, feel free to post any of those details in the comments because I'm always curious to hear what other writers are writing about. And with that, 20 minutes on the clock, and I will see you all then. This is the third of 3 writing sessions, and then I'm going to just go get dinner, but see you on the other side. right, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I just finished 1,151 words. So I edited some I start with. Well, let's just round down and say, I don't know, definitely over 1,000 words, but I'll consider all those words written. So that is 1,151. Maybe closer to 1,000. I guess it's probably more realistic because I started with some, but I edited those anyways. Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining me for the productivity sprint. And hey, Richard, any progress is positive progress. Let me remove that. There we go. So yeah, if you need to take longer to draft, if you need to take longer to edit before you draft or to plot and outline before you draft, that's what you need to do. You know, it makes sense to, especially for a strong plotter rather than a pantser, it makes sense to take it as long as you need to line all the details up, to figure out who the characters are, to figure out the setting, to figure out the plot events. That is all a part of the writing process. So you write at whatever speed you need to, and good luck. We're here for you, and can't wait to see when you actually start drafting. So I don't know how long I'm going to work on this chapter. Maybe 3,000 words is good. I don't honestly know. I have a rough outline. I would have loved to have been better without my outlining process. So I am kind of pantsing things. Yeah. So, oh, actually, I have all my notes there, so I'll make some comments here before I forget. Sorry, I am taking notes to myself for what to do and where to pick up the next time I start writing this. I don't know if I'll get a chance to write the rest of this week, but I do plan to write a lot while I'm at the beach. So, with that out of the way, I will see you all next time. I'm going to have a pre-recorded episode next week. I think it's going to be the one all about Reedsy, which will be good because it's my part two sort of follow-up to the first one where I did a really deep dive into how I use Reedsy to um, not proofread, to not edit, to format. There we go, to format and then to publish my manuscripts. So I did a deep dive into that, and so this is just sort of a follow up on new tips and tricks for things which have changed in Reedsy or things which I may have missed in Reedsy or some fun gotchas that have gotten me for Reedsy. So it's going to be all about Reedsy, which is an online tool that I use for writing. So I have everything in Word documents that I then put in the cloud on Reedsy for formatting, and it normalizes everything. I had some real problems with the first book I was working on because I was working in a docx and I kept changing the laptops I was working with, the formatting and everything just got messed up. And then there were some editors who sort of applied their own formats, and that further proceeded to screw everything up. So yes, docx. So when I put it all in Reedsy, it normalized everything. No matter what format it was in, it put it all into a standard indentation and everything. So I'm rambling now, but next week is all about Reedsy. And I will see you all in 2 weeks live. So take care. I don't remember what that topic is, but I have something lined up for it. Let me really quickly check it out. So we have so I'm either going to be talking about my BookBub experience or I'm going to be doing kind of a fun thought exercise of could this be written today? So that's a nice little teaser for what might be coming down the line. And I can actually say which book I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Chronicles of Prydain and whether or not I think it could be written today. So that's something that I'm going to try and experiment with in terms of series for this video blog of do I think something could be written today and what would it take to modernize the classics that I grew up reading. So we have the Chronicles of Prydain, we have Raymond Feist's Magician series, but I'll probably switch from out of epic fantasy. I might do something in science fiction. So I might do, I don't know. I could do Timeline, honestly, and try and figure out if that could be written today. But there's a whole lot of different things that are like me critically analyzing the books that I grew up reading. So I'm really excited to get that underway. And the first thing I'm going to do is Chronicles of Prydain. So yeah. There's a lot of Disney reimaginings is a big one. So I'm going to think about what it would take to modernize some of my favorites, as you can see behind me. And with that, I will see you all next time. So have a wonderful week, and thank you for joining me tonight. Hopefully you were productive, especially if this is on the replay. You can feel free to play this over and over again and help me out with those hours. But if you aren't, or if you're just stopping by, please do remember to press the like button, and to subscribe. It really helps out. So I will see you all another time. Take care.